What's up, melanated family? This is your brother Harrison, man, back for a brand new episode of the Melanated Convo podcast. I'm excited today. Got a brand new guest on the show, everybody. This brother's doing some amazing things in my community in Sacramento. Reached out to me, and I'm just so happy to have him on the show. The brother Rodney Calvin is on the show with us today, everybody. And this brother, along with two of his brother, some business partners of his, these brothers did something that I think that it really stuck out to me when he told me his story, because that's what I'm all about: unifying, creating a code of conduct, being on the same page with your brothers. This is extremely needed in our community. So what they did, these is three different brothers. Hear me out now. These is three different brothers who had three different clothing lines, right? So instead of just working all the avenues they had available to them with their own personal clothing line, which there's nothing wrong with pushing your dream, right? But sometimes teamwork make the dream work. You know what I mean? So these brothers decided to create something called the CliqueUp Pop Up Shop, which is an actual store that sells several different streetwear brands, different brands from people in our community. To my understanding, these brothers is also going to create a avenue for young people to actually learn some of these skills as well. So I'm happy to have this brother on the show. He's from my city. They're doing something in a neighborhood I grew up in. So I'm excited, man. Everybody welcome Rodney Calvin to the show. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing, brother? I'm just
Good,
happy to
good.
be here, man. I'm glad we were able to connect on this, man, and share the news of what's going on in Sac,
Mm-hmm.
man.
Definitely. And like I was saying, it's just important to me to see that type of foundation in the neighborhood that I grew up in. You feel me? And you and your business partners, that's the being able to do business with somebody that look like you is a step in the right direction. You know what I mean?
For sure, bro. Because it's no we're I feel like we're the only culture that don't come together. You know
It's
what I
true.
mean? Like we all against each other. The police are against us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody got to be for us. You know what I mean? We got to break the narrative and the stereotype, I'll say, of
Mhm.
what they expect out of us. You know what I
You know what I
mean?
mean? And that's Rodney. That's why I do everything I do, bro. I'm I'm when you look through history and you just look around at the black men and women you see, I'm like, damn, we amazing. If we could just come together, if him over here who doing that powerful shit come with him over here, we can move mountains and we can get back to running all this shit the way we used to. But like you was just saying, you're gonna be part of the problem or part of the solution. That's how I figured myself like 3-4 years ago, bro. I started learning more about history. I got 5 kids, 3 different women. So I'm stepping back and looking at the cycle of my family and who all went to jail and everything. And I'm like, shit, what I'm gonna do? Just keep perpetuating those same cycles, or I'm gonna step out on a limb and be like, nah, quit fucking with it. You know what I mean? like
Right.
I'm
Change the
I'm a
narrative.
change the narrative. And that's why I like what y'all doing, bro. Like the unity you guys are showing by coming together. Because it's one thing to be helping kids in the community, having a store in our community, which for a young black kid to walk by a store that is owned by black men, this
That look just like you, dress just like you. You know what I'm saying? It lets you know, like, okay, I can do this too. Like, I wish somebody would have gave me these skills when I was, if I knew that I could have my own clothing line at 15, 14, I'd have been thinking about this years ago, just because it breaks that cycle of you feeling like I need a job to make money. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, it's so much more out there that we're not exposed to, that we don't get to learn at a young age, because there's nobody of our kind teaching us that. Of course, there might be some other people, but we feel like, well, you didn't grow up how I grew up, so it might be a lot easier for you. I don't receive it from you as well as I would this brother over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah, Rodney. And sometimes, bro, unfortunately, we don't leave our neighborhoods. We don't realize the 6-7 blocks that we frequent every day. It's much more to this world than that. And because I grew up, we was in shit when I'm 11, 12, we thinking about hooping. Like when we look at, okay, what am I gonna be? What you gonna be? You talking football? I'm talking basketball. Excuse me. I didn't see a black lawyer.
Me too. Look, basketball was like, yeah, I'm going to the league. That's all
I
we
didn't.
knew.
Hey, hey, ain't that somehow? It wasn't even a thought. Yeah, I'm going. I'm gonna play for Duke, and I'm going to the league. It's
Yeah,
gonna be
I'm
that
going
easy.
to the league. Like either that or a rapper. And I was like, I don't rap, so I'm playing basketball and I'm going to the league, because we didn't think we had no other ways to make it.
And then you see other brothers in the community that are choosing to live on the other side of the law. And sometimes some of the dudes around us, they see that easy money or what it appears to be easy money, and they go that route. You know what I mean? So
Right.
I'm always talking about, Rodney, like how the system has put us in the position that we're in today. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I'll never back down from that. But that's like the first step. That's kind of how I lead into conversation. We're gonna end up at you being accountable though. You know what I mean? We're going to
Right.
start with, this is how we got here. They still doing it. Here's
Mm-hmm.
how you maneuver around it. But what you going to do? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Because I've worked 1,000 of jobs and got fired from 1,000 of jobs, you know what I'm saying, and didn't get promotion like the next man would, because and it was always harder for us. My mom always told me, you always gonna have to fight harder than the next man just because you're black. And as I got older and older, I like it was already instilled in me, but I start seeing it more and more. Like, well, how come all these people are getting these opportunities, but we come from the same place? You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And when on my show, Rodney, and just with me doing what I do, all black people don't like what I do. Some of them, hey man, be quiet. You blaming everything on racism. I'm like, damn. Let me please listen to me. I always start there,
Right.
and there we go, right there. There we go.
Oh
Let me
yeah.
bring him on.
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up, brother? How you doing, man?
I'm blessed, man. I gotta shut my store down. My bad. I gotta shut the store down right now.
No. He was telling me. You know what I mean. You had to handle some business.
Yeah, I'm over here. I'm shutting down early so I could join the live. You know what it is, the podcast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like me and your brother was just talking about, man, how one of the main reasons why I want to have you guys on is just the fact that you guys were able to combine. You know what I mean? All three of y'all was able to come together and do something, opposed to having like just an individual business, which ain't nothing wrong with you just doing your own thing, but it's way more power in numbers, and we need to be unified. You know what I mean? So you talk to me about, like, what was your inspiration? What was the motivation behind saying, you know what, I'm a click up with my brothers, and we not just gonna kick it together like we always do. We gonna do some business together.
Well, I mean, it is like you said, bro. Unity, man. Bringing people together, bro. And especially black, black businesses. You know what I mean? These my brothers. I branched off and I opened up in the mall. You know what I mean? I was there for a whole year at that location. And it was on my heart to uplift other people as well. But I have two brothers that are entrepreneurs that are their businesses are rising, and I'm like, hey, look, what if we just did some stuff like this? You know what I mean? We all three came together and just made it happen, man. But it's deeper, bro. It's deeper to me because it's like this. With all that's going on in the world right now, and within ourselves as well, it's power in that. Like you said, it's power in numbers, right? It's powerful, bro, when you can see our kind come together, you know what I mean, and really build something. You see the killings, you see the gangs, you see this, you see all that all the time. But to be a light in the community, bro, but not just talking, but really spark a light and to show people like, bro, we can do this. This type of stuff can be done. We come together like-minded people and build. That's what we really, our goal is to really build with our people, but to show them and teach them like we ain't got to be on the block slanging and dealing, just to be together. You know what I mean? We can really execute this type of stuff and really flourish in life. You know what I mean?
That's real talk, because me and Rodney was just talking about how young black kids walking past y'all store and seeing black men own it. But Rodney made a great point. Not just black men own it, but black men that look like you. Sometimes we think the look of a cool black man got to be attached to some street shit. When in actuality, you can be into finance, you can be into crypto, but you look, and your appearance is just like everybody else. We need to make being smart cool, make having businesses cool, like going in a different direction. And y'all putting that store in my neighborhood. Me and Rodney was talking about how we used to be on Florin Road every day for years. That's amazing, because sometimes you won't be able to get the lease in your neighborhood. You may have to go farther out somewhere, which is still cool, but it's a blessing y'all had it there. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, but you said it the best, bro. You said it the best when you said like, if we want to make it look cool, right? I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm gonna be transparent. I came from the street life. You feel me? I started a Christian brand. God has used me in a powerful way. you know, and I'm thankful, you know, he gets all the glory. But like, that's my mission with my brand, is to show people not just our kind, but really, you know what I mean? I want us to understand, or really, but it's like, bro, it's okay to be bold for the cross. It's okay to wear a shirt that says blessed or forgiven or this. It's cool. We got to start making the right stuff, the positive stuff, look cool. Then with the lean cuts and ain't nothing wrong. I mean, to each his own, because I came from that lifestyle as well. But I'm for making this look good. Like, I want the youth to be like, bro, do you see them 3 black men that came together and started a business, and this man and this one, and then they going in another state, opening up over here. And bro, that's cool. I want to do that. That's what we really is trying to show our people. Like, man, it's deep. It's deep in watching the rap songs and killings and all that. Like, that's cool. I grew up in the street. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I jumped off the porch at 11. I thought the life, that was the lifestyle, selling dope and pimping and robbing and all that, you know, being an ex-gangbanger and being shot. You feel me? Like, in the street life, I learned the hard way. Like, nah, this ain't cool, y'all. So I it's on my heart to really show these people, all different, young, whatever age you is, or even nationality, like, bro, that it ain't cool. This is cool. This is cool when you could come together with some like-minded people and show this the life. You feel me? Like, this dope. I never in a million years thought I would have a clothing brand, let alone a Christian one, let alone multiple stores, let alone brothers that we building together, making history in Black History Month. You know what I mean? Like, that's dope, bro.
Look at that.
Ain't getting doper than that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro.
Hey, so wait, so I got a question for you then, because you mentioned like coming from the street life. Talk to me about that for a minute, because I think sometimes some of our young brothers don't get to make that transition. Like, it can be on their mind, they can be in that direction, but it end up happening one or two ways, and we know that. You know what I mean? So
Right.
Talk to me about that transition out, because I got brothers and cousins, and it's like a it wasn't easy for them, especially if they did something that they were successful at.
Yeah.
They'd be like, a job, it's difficult. So tell me, how did you transition into being someone that's a different type of member of society?
Man, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. The transition is very hard. Like, especially when you waist deep in it. You feel me? We don't glorify that lifestyle, but when your mind is so programmed, bro, to that lifestyle, you understand what I'm saying? That's really all you live. Especially, and you said it, you hit it on the head. You only get two options in that lifestyle. You either gonna get picked off and be dead, or you're gonna be in prison for picking somebody off. And you dead either way. So it's really only, honestly, one option. Because if you doing 50 to life, you dead. Ain't nobody gonna remember you. It's gone. The homies, before you even hit the yard, your homies done forgot about you. So it's like, and you finna go do 50 of them? Nah, bro. But my thing was this, bro. Like, we all got a purpose, big dog. And even though when I was thugging, bro, like the one in front of the gun and behind the gun at a time in my life, pimping, selling dope, all that street stuff, like I always knew this ain't it. Even though I wanted that fame in the street, like I knew like that ain't life. You feel me? In my heart. But that transition hit me, bro, when I had my son, bro, and I understood. I had to start understanding, like, bro, there's more to life than what our eyes are seeing right here. You understand? And once you really grab that concept and you understand, like, you want more for yourself, you got to believe it, bro. You got to believe that you are here on purpose for a purpose. You're not saying that, I don't want to sound too crazy, but like when you thugging in them streets, bro, you don't really believe in because it's the lifestyle. You feel me? That ain't even, it ain't life, but that's what you thinking. But when you set aside yourself to understand, like, wait a minute, I could be a successful businessman. Hold on, I can own this. I can have this. I can start learning about finances and credit repair and business this and business that and multiple streams of income. My transition, bro, was to really understand and pulling deep in my heart that I wanted better for myself. And when I left the streets alone, bro, it was hard. It was hard. I ain't gonna lie. I had to knuckle up with some of the homies from the set, like, you feel me? Because I ain't sliding no more. You feel me? And I still go out there because I don't turn my back on nobody, bro. I still be in the trenches pulling on my people. So you feel me? Like, man, this is life. I'm gonna show y'all. You know, you can't force them, but you could put it out there. But transitioning, bro, prayer, I was in prayer, bro, telling God, like, crying out. I'm a man though. You feel me? I'm a man. I was crying out to the Lord, like, God, I want different. I don't want to take no man life. I don't want no man to take my life. I got these babies. Like, I know I'm here for a purpose, but that transition do be hard because in the beginning of it, I would always think about the fast money. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's the renewing of the mind, brother. You gotta
Reorganizing.
mind. If you renew your mind and your heart, it's easy. It's easy. You gotta renew it. The renewing is everything, bro. And having that faith through it all. That even though it be slow and you used to them thousands and thousands of dollars, what's more important, having that money or going upstate or being in that box or really living life and being a light out here in the world? You feel me?
Definitely. Now, Rodney, I got a question for you. So when both of you guys can kind of answer the question, like I'm being like someone that's starting a business, I'm doing my show now, and just my intellectual property is on display, right? So it ain't like I'm working for somebody getting a paycheck. That's a different type of feeling. And people who don't own a business or who didn't take a vision and make it come to light and see people appreciate it, that does something to you. So how did you feel, bro? Like when y'all, because you was saying how fast everything has been moving, but when y'all had the grand opening in the fashion show, like when everything was done and you had to go home, like how was you feeling about, damn, we did that? You know what I mean?
So to fast forward to before we opened the store. So I had like I said, I started my clothing line, and it was just one of those things. I didn't know if it was really gonna catch on. I didn't know if people were really gonna gravitate to it. And then I started getting random people that like see my business card in another business, and they're like, bro, like I love your brand so much. It speaks volumes to me because I could prime example, one lady who's like, I came from Ohio with me and my 3 girls, and we didn't have anything. And, you know, now I'm making a way for them, and your brand represents everything that I've been through. And then it was kind of one of those, like, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because I want people to tell their story, because somebody might be going through the same things you're going through right now, and they don't know how to get through it. You know what I'm saying? But being that you've overcame that situation just gives them motivation, like, okay, well, I can do this. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, when we came up with this idea for the store, and my shout out to my brother Ashton, he has Click Clothing, and that's one of our other brothers. He's that man's sharp. He into crypto, all that. So we plan on trying to do financial literacy and all of that, but that's neither here nor there right now. We're talking about the store. So yeah, with the store, it was just one of those like we had the vision, but until it was in our face, until we were able to see all the clothes on the racks and all the hard work we got of getting the brands together, it was like, okay, it's just a vision right now. And then once people started coming and they started appreciating, then we seen how thankful these brands were for the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Because we're helping them fulfill their dreams, because I didn't have no clothing. You know what I mean? I didn't have no store, or wasn't in any store up until this point. You know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those things, like, people are really so appreciative, and just us getting in the fashion show at Art Mall, it's just, you know, they're like, damn, in a week, we already had our clothes in the fashion show. And you know what I mean? So it's just one of those things, like, it all started just coming together and hitting home to where it's like, bro, we really doing this thing. And God is shining our light on us, you know what I mean? Because he sees in our heart that it's genuine, that it's pure, that we're not trying to come up off of these people that are making money. Now, shout out to, you know, the Pop-Up San Francisco. They got a few stores in Art Mall. And, you know, we have nothing against them, even though we're on the same page. But it's like, we wanted to give people that never been to Sacramento before to be able to come out and like, oh, I'm going to shop in Sacramento at the CliqueUp Pop Up, because I know these are all brands that are solely located in this city. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we need to figure out, my damn dog barking over there. We need to figure
It's all good.
Yeah, so it's like we need to figure out how we can get the masses to see what the heart of Sacramento is really about. You know what I'm saying? And that was the biggest thing, and just showing them, like, yeah, this is Sacramento right here. When you come to Sacramento, you got to make sure you stop by this store, because you won't be able to find these brands unless you know these people personally. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you hit it on the head though, brother. Like you said, I didn't mean to cut in though.
No,
But
go ahead.
like,
Hey, that's Big Mouth Bass right there. That's what he do.
hey, I know y'all. You know we brothers, right? But, hey, when you said like the purity of the heart, bro, like I you can't. We don't judge nobody, but like I promise you, bro, like we really genuinely want to see everybody win. Like there's so much room at the table. You get what I'm saying? Like we wanna bring them with us, bro. We ain't the type to be like, yeah, we ain't bringing them. You know what I mean? Like if you with us, bro, our hearts, our motives is pure, and that's another big thing. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like when the mall thing, bro, with the fashion show, bro, I instantly had to, you know, they're my brothers over here. Like, come on, we in this fashion show, bro. And then we bring in other brands. Like brother said, he said, well, God is good. The light is on us, bro. You know, blessings and blessings and blessings. And we're thankful for it all. You know what I mean? But to be in a fashion show, bro, and then on the news thing, less than 10 days, you feel, you know what I mean? Like, and we could have easily been like, nah, we ain't, it's just me and my two brothers stuff. But we like, bro, we bringing everybody with us. We really want to build, bro. Like, because if we can get that motive, we can get that out there, bro. Like, bro, them dudes over there, they building. Let's go build with them. Let's go build with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not to cut you off, but it's like taking the competition out of it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the biggest part. We wanted to eliminate the competition because if we're competing with each other, we're not going to give up no resources because you making more money than me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
no, it's more so about how about I bring all of my community of struggle strengthens, and he brings all his community of Kingdom Clothing, and we bring all the community of Click Clothings, and let's bring them all to one space. So then when they come support me, because of course they're going, you know, they're coming to support, they're still going to come see, they're going to see something else they like. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they're going to buy something for me and they're going to buy something for you. So if you think about that, it's so many people in the world. It's like it's impossible for us all to know the same people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And people like what they like. So at the end of the day, somebody might come in, that's my family, and they might buy Kingdom stuff. And that's cool because at the end of the day, that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like your time gonna come. If they like it, they gonna buy it. You know what I'm saying?
You know something funny? Man, this is powerful what y'all are saying, fellas, because look, I did an interview with this brother who started like some flashcards about Black history. He made millions of dollars off it. But he said something there in the interview that it stuck with me. Like America, Western society has fooled us into thinking rugged individualism is a thing. Like you don't supposed to do nothing by yourself. Why? Look. People outside of our community will close a business deal without even liking each other. I hate his ass, but I got to get this deal done. Let's have lunch. Yeah. I ain't got to talk to them. They see the bigger purpose of damn near everything. And we like fighting over scraps and let's do it together. Think about we can go to all of our cultures, y'all. We can go to hip hop, we can go to entertainment, go wherever you want. Think about if some of the people that was having such a big problem with each other actually was like, let's come together. Biggie and Pac was like, wait a minute, stop that.
Dangerous. We be too dangerous, bro. In a powerful, mighty way, though. In a humbly way.
And that makes me think of the Black Panthers. Truthfully,
it's crazy you say that, dog, because it's true. If people could really just understand, and I think it falls back to that renewing of the mind, bro. And some people deal with pride issue, ego, you know, all that stuff, bro. But if you could just really renew that mind, bro, oh man, it would be.
It's almost like humbling yourself. You know what I mean?
You gotta realize, growing up in the street life, bro. Remember again, I'm gonna speak on this. Sometimes it wasn't okay to cry. It wasn't okay to show your emotions.
Vulnerability. You couldn't be vulnerable.
It wasn't okay to be like, "Are you my brother?" type thing. It's like, nigga, you whoa, just because you live 2 houses away from me, and it was in the mind. We grew up in that, so. Everybody, other people might not have been growing up like that, so they understand. Like, bro, we come together in numbers. We got this. Like, we finna outwork everybody because we coming together. Or we got that mindset. We come together. That's how I feel about it. You feel me? But you said it right. We could come together, but that's again like other people like us and other people like you and everybody else that's showing people like we ain't just talking about it, bro. We really doing it. Like we want y'all to see this. We want y'all to see this. Ain't no bragging or nothing, but we want y'all to see that it can be done. Let's go jump on this ship with us and let's push. You feel me? Like let's push.
And that's important, bro, because you guys are a great representation of what we can be. Because again, kids, sometimes if you come to the hood and you a brother and you got a suit on and you talking a certain way, they may look at you a little funny. They may think you disconnected. But if a brother come up talking, acting, he right where you from, he sound just like you, but he got a clothing line. He got a t-shirt store. He's selling something from a legit perspective. That'll begin to change the narrative. That's why my platform is so important, bro. It's 43 million black people in America. I feel like I got to keep going until I get the majority of us on the same page. If we just get on the same page, we already run everything without getting paid for it. You know what I mean? Right. Everybody steal all our shit. Everybody steal all of our swag. Everything we say, we the sauce in this country. We just got to do a better job of capitalizing off it. You know what I mean?
Basically.
Now, tell me, because you guys had the pop-up shop and now the store's open. Tell me, because I was talking to Rodney about it, but talk to me about how you guys going to institute the piece where you're going to bring kids in and teach kids to do some of these same things, because I think that's important.
All right. I'm gonna say about the bringing the kids in, bro. We're gonna start, like he said earlier, the literacy of it and all that stuff, right? But the thing about it is this, bro. Like, we have the resources to show the kids, to teach them, bro. Kind of like a summer, like, you know how you do summer job, you go to these summer things, they teach you how to write resumes, they teach you this, they teach you that. Like, we're trying to build something as far as something like that as well. And to hands-on with it, I think my brother was saying they wanted to put together like some type of semester thing as
like
well.
Workshops.
After this and then hands-on, you know, God has blessed us with multiple machine, like, to teach them everything. You know what I mean? Not just the back of it, but like really hands-on with pressing up shirts and this and that and DTG and this and the marketing part. My brother Ashton with No Gravity, he's a killer in the marketing and promoting and the crypto stuff. And he teaching us some of that stuff, and he's so dope with it. You know what I mean? But that's heavy, bro, to really show these kids, to start these classes with them, bro, to where they can start a brand. God give you something to thought, and you start this brand, and now you ain't selling Dove sacks of dope no more. You in there selling $20 t-shirts, and now you see it yourself. We're planting a seed in these youth to where they could be like, oh, y'all not going to the block? I'm gonna go to the camp over there and make a shirt and start this brand. I ain't gotta sell dope. I ain't gotta go rob. I ain't gotta go pull a gun on nobody. We finna go learn this stuff. You feel me? So I know that part about it, but I think Rodney got a little more on it.
Yeah, pretty much what he was saying, man. It's just one of those things, like, since we already doing it, so people, they respect it more. Like I said, they respect it more because they're like, all right, well, y'all started with a brand, y'all was selling clothes out y'all trunk, you know what I mean? And now you actually have a whole storefront. Like, that's like you said, we want that to be cool, to be a business owner. We thought being cool was either you was a basketball player on the high school team, or you was out there in the streets getting respect from the streets. You know what I'm saying? And that's what made you cool. But that ain't all that. We know that everything that glitter ain't gold. So it's one of those things, like, we doing this in a different fashion to where it's more beneficial if you see it. You got to see it to believe it, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's one of those, the biggest thing of it is just like, well, we're talking what we're doing. So you can't tell me I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? And if you were young, if I had the same mindset and knew all these things, knew all the resources, knew where to go get my clothes at, knew the differences in using the vinyl and DTG and embroidery, and I'm learning as I'm going through my clothing line, I'm learning, like, oh, it's a different process. What's DTF? You know what I'm saying? It's just like you're constantly learning these things to where now we know how to create our own licensing for our business. We know how to create our own logos. We built our own website, you know what I'm saying? To where it's like, we're able to teach you all of these things that will help you be successful. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest part of it. Just, we have the knowledge that we're trying to give out, because at the end of the day, that's what it's about.
Yep. And I think one of the biggest things that happens when some elders or older black men and see some young dudes in the hood doing whatever they got to do to come up, and you go to them and you say, hey, you need to stop. You need to find a better way. But the problem is, if you ain't got no job for him, he don't want to hear that shit. So you got to look, a wise man once told me, in order to lead people, you got to feed people. If you can't put no damn food in my belly, what I got in my pocket about to feed me, though. My mama ain't home. My little sister there by herself. So all that righteous talking, all that, you see what I'm saying? So y'all actually saying, nah, we got something to show you. And I'm hopeful that you guys are extremely successful, because then you can do more things and you can become more resourceful. But I like how you did it. How you did it can change everything, because if these young dudes start seeing that we can come together, and sometimes we have the tribal differences where, that gets a little nuanced, but we got dudes from other sides of town who everybody around me be saying, hey, bro, we need to get rid of the gang violence. We need to ease the gang violence. I'm like, yeah, but put yourself in their shoes, kind of. Like, sometimes this is my brother. You see us shooting and hurting people, whatever. We just grew up together. This fool gave me his shoes when I ain't had no shoes. He let me sleep on his mama couch, and then somebody killed him. So now you want me to do a truce now?
Yeah, it's too much bloodshed for some people, and that's understandable. You know what I mean? Because some things you can't forgive.
You guys right, because being from that lifestyle, because I was in that type of situation. You know what I mean? It gets to a point though, like if there's enough of us that can show in leadership of that, bro, it could trickle down. It's like it could trickle. It can, just like showing the blacks that can come together. It's gonna take a move from God, of course. We know that, but it's gonna take powerful men that's in this stuff or from this stuff to be like right now, bro. I deal with anybody from any side. I'm gonna be honest. Like I don't care where you from. You respect me, I respect you. I ain't got no problem with nobody. But it took time to get there. But if there's enough of us trickling down that right there, sprinkling that water, like, bro, I get that it's the bloodshed and it's hard, because some of them, they feel like it ain't no going back. Like, it ain't, I don't care about no truth, 100 million. I don't give a dang. Like, nah, bro. You feel me? So I know what you're saying, but I believe in my heart, bro, that it can be done, bro. It can be done. It's going to take a lot of us doing what we doing and what you doing, and just showing people like, bro, come on, bro. It's bigger. And it has to do with a lot with that pride stuff, but I get it, bro. You right. Because I got some homies that, you know what I mean, that's still stuck in that. You know what I mean? But I do believe in my heart, though, that it can happen, bro. In our lifetime, it can happen. You know what I mean? It can, bro.
Yeah, and as long as all of us are trying our best to be a part of the solution,
yes,
and not the problem. And that can be because it's so many different variations of how black folks see this country. And some people believe they're going to just run the guys. Some people think they're going to vote their way into something that'll help us. I say all of these things can be used as tools, but if you don't put your damn feet to the ground and do something yourself, you may just miss the boat. You know what I mean?
Right.
You may have to do something, and you may be an artist. You may be, whatever your skill is, it can be used to help the collective, y'all. Because when I see somebody in Missouri get shot, somebody in Wisconsin get shot, in my mind, I'm looking at something happen to one of my brothers. I'm not separating you because of where you live or because you're from Africa, whatever. I'm putting us all in one bunch and saying, hey, we got to look at this collectively and not be so divisive when shit be happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a good way to look at it. And that's true, bro. That's true. But see, it takes time. It takes time, bro, to get there. But if we could look at it like that, of course, the world would be a better place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you have to walk it. Sometimes you have to walk it. Everybody not good at saying this. What I'm doing. This what you should do. What y'all doing. That's why this is so important to me, man. What y'all doing is y'all actually walking it and doing that. Because we was talking about before you got on, walking past that store, being a young black dude, seeing the possibilities. Because we was talking about all we thought we could be as hoopers or play some damn sport. If I would have walked on Florin Road and seen a store with brothers in it that look like my brothers, that's talking like we talk,
you want a part of that, right?
Come on now.
Exactly. It's like, bro, teach me the game. Like, what did y'all do? You know what I'm saying?
What did y'all do?
And we're welcoming them. Like, look, let me show you what I did. I'm gonna give you the whole blueprint.
So right, bro, because I know I would have been like, hold on. Wait, y'all doing this? Wait a minute. I need this. But you know what else it is, bro? What else it is? Not everybody willing to give the game. You understand what I'm saying? Because that's with any type of nationality or whatever. But
and that goes back, not to cut you off, but that goes back to the competitiveness.
I don't like to see the next on, or the competition, the secret competition, or you segregating yourself. Like, man, I ain't giving him the game. Like that's so and so brother or something. You know what I mean? You got the elders, the ones that's really walking this thing out, and they got that pure heart, is willing to give it all away. Like, ain't nobody give it to us. We came together to try to figure this out with the bumps and lumps and all that. Still going through something with all whatever. But we're willing, bro. We're willing to come on. Like, we give it, but that's the difference. You got a group of men like us that's saying, look, we don't know it all and we ain't got it all, but we for sure opening the door for whoever wants to come and build and got a pure heart with it. That's what set us apart. You understand?
And I was going to say that a little earlier because you guys was talking about things that was just lining up for you. And when I see that type of stuff, I'm like, man, that's the universe saying you doing the right thing. I think everybody wants money. Let's keep it real. You want to be financially rewarded for what you do. But I'm learning, y'all, the secret to all of it is the passion behind it. Like the secret to all of it is I would be doing this for free. You know what I mean? And I love it so much that I forgot what time it is. I forgot if I changed my. I mean, you can get
sowing those seeds. Seeds.
It's like this, bro. It's like this when we do something like I'm gonna just speak spiritual. When you do something, you do it out your heart. You don't expect nothing out of it, right? So what we put together is like when we do it, we want to see you successful. We want to see you. We help you do this, and you boom, you blossom it. You might even blossom bigger than that. I don't know, but we don't care because we help you do that. And that's what's our goal, to help you, to help uplift another brother or sister. You know what I mean? So it like, again, it hits different. You feel me? It hits different, bro. That I ain't gonna lie, bro. My brother, Ashley, he hit us with the interview thing. You feel me? He holds it down a lot, bro, on the back end and the front end. Like, he all over the place with it. You feel me? I love that knucklehead, man.
See, that's the beauty of having a team, bro.
I seen that bro, that our article thing, bro. My DM been blowing up, bro. Like, bro, y'all on the Google homepage. Like how did y'all? And I'm like, look, it's all God, but it's really unit coming together, showing the world, bro. That I got over 30 people messaging me in my DM, sending me their screenshot of Google Home. Why I go to work today and see y'all on you the first thing on the Google thing? Like, that's hecka tight. Brothers standing in front of their business, like, yeah, we came together. Like, bro, man, if you only knew my heart, like it makes us feel. It makes us feel it's better than money, bro. When we can see another brother or sister.
I think what you're trying to say. I think what you're trying to say, Dale, is the power that we hold, not even knowing. You know what I'm saying? The fact that we really can change people's lives, like the fact that we can really show people the correct way to do things because we've already went through the wrong ways and got to where we're at. Yeah, it took us a little longer, but we had to learn and be like, okay, next time I'm not doing that. Like, when I first dropped my clothes, I went and spent like $1,500 and just bought.
I told you.
And he told me too, but it was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm about to just go buy hella clothes and I'm about to just try to sell them. I was still sitting on those same clothes a year later. You get what I'm saying? And so now when people come to me and they're like, bro, they're like, yeah, I'm thinking about dropping a line. I'm like, okay, look, I'm going to tell you right now, don't go buy a whole bunch of clothes. You know what I'm saying? Put a mock-up up, put a picture up of what your clothes will look like and give them a couple designs and let people tell you what they like. And then that's when you go off of that. You know what I'm saying? So it was just little stuff like that to where, and like, we found other resources, found people that do embroidery. So they stitching my hats up now. Stuff like that, which is also a Black brother. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're able to give up this game to where, oh, you don't got to worry about it. Oh, you need somebody that does embroidery? I got you. Oh, you need somebody that does DTG? I got you. My brother Dale can help you. Oh, you don't know where to get your clothes at? Oh, I got you. I'm going to tell you the spot to go to. my brother's the only one that gave me that game. You know what I'm saying? And as he was learning, he was putting me up on game as well. So it was that same mindset to where it was.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been in it, but another black person gave me the game when I jumped in it, and with no hesitation though. So there's more out there, bro. Like, but it got like the dope game. When you in the block and you got the best dope, you don't want to give up that because you got the best stuff. You feel me? But it's a different mindset when you, like you just said, right? Like, bro, I got all the resources. When we learning, we still getting more resources. Like, God opening so many doors, bro, and we just want to keep continuing to help everybody. But like you said, we just elevating it, bro. Let's go, baby. Like, let's go. You feel me?
And
we giving up all resources. Most people, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna keep it transparent. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a brother that was doing clothing, and I asked him for one of his connects, and this a brother of 16 years, and he told me no. Like, and I was like, huh? But it's the difference. It's the difference. I've never shut the door on anybody to ask me for anything, bro, in the business.
see, I think that's how you never fall off. Because what if the person you gave they shot to and you didn't have it like that, but you just looking out, and this dude go on to sell 50 million or something? You ain't never gonna fall off. He pulling you right in,
right?
Just based on karma. That's just kind of how the world works. People don't realize that, man. Look, pardon my French, but if you fucking people over, it's gonna come back to you,
right?
Regardless. If you genuinely doing stuff, you'll be like, damn, people don't realize. I even look at just from a simplistic form. Like, let's say you're trying to find a job or a car or a place to live, and you trying to do something, but you have no help. If you genuinely approaching it, help just gonna come from everywhere. Yeah. This person gonna call you. That person gonna say, hey, you need some help? You see what I'm saying?
Bro, so you telling the truth, bro. And that's how, I ain't gonna lie. That is the honest to God truth, brother.
Mm-hmm.
The way I look at it, us coming together just gives us more opportunity to be successful, because who knows what, like you say, who's gonna pop first. We don't care. The fact that we able to do it, and then you're helping our name for our business, the CliqueUp, which is also shining the light on us to where they're gonna see us if they heard about where you came from. And then it's also gonna bring the reputation. That's what I'm looking for. Because now, as the CliqueUp is known to have brands take off, now we're a hot commodity. Everybody wants us to be at their pop-up events. Everybody wants to be in our store because they know what we're capable of because of the unity. With everybody that's in our store, it literally speaks the same language, because we only looking for like-minded people. We don't want anybody in there that's only for self, looking out for self, trying to, you know what I mean, trying to do it their own way. Now, we don't mind that you got your own vision, but just know that it's not just about you in this. And everybody, and that's what most people gravitated towards, because they seen like, look, bro, we just trying to give y'all a platform for y'all to be able to sell y'all stuff. You know, they say you got to make five streams of income to be successful. So boom, go ahead and work your job. But now you got a household where your clothes can sit at, and people don't even got to come pull up on you and get it out your trunk. They can just pull up to the store whenever they want and grab something. You know what I'm saying? And that's the biggest thing about it, because it's endless opportunities in that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's constant success. As you're hustling one way, your other hustle that you'd already built and, you know, paved the way, and now it's kind of just doing its own thing. Now it's making money for you, and all you got to do is just make the clothes, and the rest sells itself. You know what I'm saying?
Damn. I'm so happy y'all taking this approach, man, because like when we speak about the kids y'all gonna inspire and just them coming in the store, their mom bringing them in the store and all this type of stuff. I remember so many dudes, man, from my neighborhood who was so smart. Like, they were so good at a lot of the street activity. I'm thinking, if this brother had resources, he would have been the head of a Fortune 500 company. He was brilliant, but the environment and the lack of resources kind of put him in a certain situation. Now, something I want to ask y'all, I have a lot of young business owners that listen to my show too. So one of y'all, give me some tips, like for a young business owner, let's say they're making clothes or making any product. Like, what are some of the early mistakes? Because you mentioned something about buying a bulk of clothes.
In bulk. Yeah,
that was some game right
mistake. Second guessing yourself, I'll say. Shout out to my brother Dale, because I kid you not, bro. When this is, that's my brother, so I'm always be honest with my brother. When he first opened his store, I was like, damn, like this was in the middle of the pandemic. I was like, I don't know how successful it's gonna be because of the fact that it's in the middle of the pandemic. A lot of people shop online, things of that nature. So it was kind of like, well, I don't know, you know what I mean? And then boom, he goes from one store to another store. And he goes from his store that he's at to the Fairfield Solano Mall. So I was like, damn, like, and his thing was, I just did it. Like, you know what I mean? God put it on my heart and I just took a chance. I didn't think about it. It was one of those, like, I'm just gonna go for it. And I'm not gonna fail because I'm not gonna let me fail. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he did that at Solano. Then he still was at Florida, and then God put it on his heart to go to Arden Mall. He was like, I don't care. I'm about to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Why
to
not?
see, so that was my motivation, being that I had seen him do this clothing line for 3 years, but he started taking it serious like once he got to Florence. So it was one of those things like, well, damn, he just does it. Like, you know what I mean? He don't think about it. He just do it. Regardless of what people tell him, he just did it. So I'm sitting over here like, damn, not only did he have one store, he had another store. Now he's at Arden Mall. We need to just do it.
Yeah.
We need to just do it.
I appreciate that, Rod. It's the thing, like I always told you too, brother. Like the main thing I try to push is like, and this goes with anything we do, brother. You gotta believe in yourself. Like, even if nobody else do, right? And I move out of faith. Like, if you don't believe in yourself, bro, you got some people that are believing in you, but you gotta believe even deeper than the ones that you got on your team believing in you. And if you believe in yourself, again, it piggyback on what you said, brother. Like, it ain't like I say it humbly, like I don't care what nobody say. So many people was doubting me. I opened a store, like you said, in the pandemic, in the middle of a pandemic. I went to the gallery and seen stores, big stores closing down, and I'm getting ready for a grand opening, and the doubt came, and some of the older people in my circle was like, I don't know, but I believed. And when you believe in yourself, young man, young lady, there's no room for failure. You're gonna believe, and even if you do fall short, like I told you, right, you get up, you regroup, and you do it again. But
Because it's that energy. It's that energy. It's that energy of knowing, like, bro, like, I'm finna be successful. Like, I don't care what y'all say. My brand is dope. Even if Sacramento ain't even cop my clothes, I don't care, because somebody like this out there in the world, I know I got a good
product. To fail.
So I'm going to keep pushing that.
Can't be afraid to fail. But if you do fail or it don't turn out, or you had to now you get to regroup. I ain't making that left no more, because I know that's what happened. Boom, you got the successful key. But I like I tell you, brother, you gotta believe. You gotta believe it. I just thought about that the other day, Rod, when I was at Florence. I put that 12K down on that building, bro, and I must have sat in there and I looked at myself and I looked at that building like, now what? I promise you. I jumped up and I started doing. I prayed, and I took everything I had in my little shoebox. You feel me? And I had a couple hundred, bro. And I went and got some merch, and I made it happen because I believed, bro. I believed. And then, like I said, I was 6 months after I was there. I branched out to Foreign Family. I jumped in their store in Fairfield. You feel me? So I started to my brothers in there. 6 months from there, I came and got my own store in Oregon. So it's like, and it's all in the pandemic, but you gotta move when God say move. Don't
move
you gotta
with a purpose. Move with
you
a
gotta
purpose.
exactly you gotta you gotta block out the world and tell yourself. I be having them them talks we have with ourselves like, look, brother, ain't no room for failing. You got 2 kids, you got this, you gotta go. You gotta do it. And then you were so bold in this street life. Why wouldn't you be bold and have faith of moving in something positive? Look at all the successful people that's doing in the bad life. If y'all could come together and
transfer that same energy,
that it's the consistency, and you yourself have to take it serious. Like, if you make a brand and it's just like, all right, I'm about to just sell some shirts, like I need some extra money, you're not thinking in the right headspace, because you're not thinking in the right headspace, because it's like, what's the bigger picture? Where do you see your brand going? Like, with me, it was like, I know how many people I can touch. with just the name of Struggle Strengthened. You know what I mean? Like, so it was like, okay, well, how do I get it out there to the masses? Like, what do I do? Like, people share stories. Like, I was planning for winter when it was January. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be steps ahead to where it's like, all right, now it's time to drop this. All right, now it's time to do that. Now it's time to do that. You have to treat it as it's a business, even though you're
Even
not
before,
there yet.
yeah,
You know what
very
I'm
true.
saying? That's one of the biggest things. You have to treat it like it's a business, even though you haven't even gotten to that stage. I didn't even know how to make it a business, but I'm still treating it as one until I get to that point. It's like, all right, now it's time to legalize this because it's taking off bigger than I expected. So that's one of the biggest things, bro. You just gotta, like you said, you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta move with intention. You know what I mean? And
for the beginners, you know what I mean, or the ones that starting it, is be teachable, bro. You got to be teachable. Be teachable.
And then not to cut you off, but to piggyback off of that, I wish I had my other hoodie, because my first drop it said Struggle Strengthens with the fist on it. Right now, mind you, it was great. It was dope material, dope process, and I liked it, but I felt like I wasn't reaching the masses because not everybody's pro-black. We all know that. So I'm like, well, how can I reach the masses, but in a different way? And then it came down to, I was outsourcing, paying somebody to make my clothes when I got nothing but time at the house. You know what I'm saying? So my brother came to me like, man, you need to redo your logo because you're paying somebody to do this, and you can be making these clothes at home and you don't have to pay nobody to do it. So boom, then I came up with this logo. You know what I'm saying? And I said, ooh, that's tight. I'm like, bro, that's tight. Like, I'm like, you don't even know that's about, a black man that owns this. You don't even know it's pro-black. But at the end of the day, this holds no race, no gender, no age. You know what I'm saying? So it was one of those things, like, bro, once I did that, it just kind of like, it was all gates opened. You know what I'm saying? Because
being teachable, brother. Like, and I remember when we did that. I remember I'm gonna share real quick with my brother. I'm like, look, bro, you did your thing. All right, it's time. And I drop new logos. I drop about 4-5 different sayings a week. You feel me? I'll be like,
and what's so crazy, he the only one that don't do graphic design, but this man to be pulling on all his graphic design people. And he got a whole store. Me and Ashton was just talking about that yesterday, bro. We like, bro, Dell done had 3 stores and he don't even know how to do no logo. And we over here, and that just led us to be like, well, bro, what's holding us back if we actually have the tools that we know how to use to create whatever and not have to pay anybody? I'm on the phone. Not have to pay anybody, you know what I'm saying, to create these things for us.
That kind of speaks to like Dale's, like his energy, because one of the first things he said, or first things you were saying about him, was he just did it. Like, sometimes people, they be in their way, and the biggest thing they ain't did yet is just started. Like, you got to be, no, I'm starting it today and I'm gonna get it done. If you really have that mentality, you're gonna find a way. It's kind of amazing. You know what I mean?
Bro, shout out to my boy Chris Parker, man, because I literally was scrolling on Instagram one day, bro. I kid you not. And I scrolled across his Instagram name, and it said Struggle Strengthened. And I said, man, that man really got a story, like, you know what I mean, to his whole, to the reason why he named it that, his Instagram that. I said, that's dope. I said, I got my graphic design skills. Let me figure out if I could come up with something just off of this and make it pop. I just did it. And then I dropped something and I was like, okay, I'm getting some responses. You know what I'm saying? And then people start telling me, bro, that name is so tight. That name is so tight. So I started believing more. And then when it's times, we all go through our rough spots where we don't believe as much as we did in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. I dealt with depression for a couple months, just going through life and, trials and tribulations. And I had to get out of that. You know what I'm saying? Just at the end of last year, literally, I'm still over here trying to preach the struggle strengthens as I'm going through it, though. You know what I'm saying? And it was just one of those things, like, bro, like, you can't hold yourself back. Or in the times that I was being depressed, or the times I'm not feeling motivated, somebody will text me like, oh, bro, I just seen somebody with your shirt on. I'm like, ooh,
that,
like
That's the
ain't gonna
universe.
that feeling right there
That's
is
it
right.
right
like,
there.
oh, I need to
Hey,
make some
That's
clothes.
it.
Like somebody to see my stuff,
I'm
and I ain't even
pointers.
really full-fledged with this yet. Like, oh yeah, I need to get on it. I need to make some more stuff. I need to drop some more stuff. So I kid you not, bro. Every time that I got that feeling of like, yeah, I'm not motivated to make no clothes today. Literally, like somewhere around those couple of days, I would get one. It happened about 5 times, no lie. And I was
I
like,
feel you.
all right, bro, yeah, you got to stay at this because
Hey,
people are starting to see your clothes. You know what
it's
I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
it's a different type of feeling, bro. And that, but that, like you said, I use that right there, bro. When I get those DMs and people texting, bro, and they be like, bro, I see your brand all over the place. Cause somebody casino here, there, somebody at the bar, somebody wearing the Christian clothing in the bar. Like, hey, I see your dope sweater. I need one of them. Like it be that, bro. And like you said, Rod, we all do go through the rough patches. And what helps me though, brother, is really me doing my own stuff because I stay focused. It keeps my mind in it. You feel me? And that's what we want to teach these young ones too. Cut out the middleman. You can do it yourself. Like I was so hard on my brother Rod because I'm like I'm putting in major hours after a 12-hour shift doing construction, jackhammering, coming home doing merch. You know, my brother, I tell my brother to piggyback on that story. I'm like, brother, you got to do it yourself, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, and when we regrouped this stuff and he's seen it. That's when I knew you believed it, right? Because when we sat down and we had that and you was like, and when you seen it, bro, that's when that fire sparked in you, and you've been doing your thing. But that's what it's about, building that in you,
You got to be confident in your
you know,
product.
like
You got to
I,
be confident in what you selling. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe it in yourself. Like, I don't care what you say. This is tight. I know it's tight because I made it. And not only that, I know this is something that's going to stick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
and
That's dope,
that
man.
was the thing. And at that point, when I revamped my logo and I came out with that, I said, oh yeah, this is dope. Like I would wear this right now, like even if it wasn't my brand. So I know other people, because we all, like to dress nice. So I'm like, I know what we wear. Like niggas, not to say it, but niggas is wearing this. You feel me? Like,
On everything. On
like niggas is
everything.
gonna put
On
this
everything.
on, bro.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like,
Over
yeah,
there
I
like,
gotta run it.
oh yeah, this clean right here.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
gotta run it. Like,
That's
what's stopping
dope,
me?
man. That's dope. And I can tell both of y'all brothers is really in tune with what y'all need to be doing. And what I'm hearing is you can't stop, man. Things happen. It's just a lesson. It's not nothing. You ain't really losing nothing. You just learning if
Minor
you look at it
setback
the
for
right
a
way.
major comeback.
You know what I mean? It's all based on mentality, man. So I really appreciate having you brothers on the show today. When more things happen and y'all increase the program, maybe all three of y'all can come back. But I definitely want to stay tapped in. I'm gonna be at the store soon and
Oh
get me
yeah,
some
man.
gear. You
Well,
know what I
this
mean?
weekend will probably be big. Like you said, we have Fox 40 do an article, and so we expecting a lot of people to come this weekend. You know what I mean? And so we gonna be there. I'm trying to get some new merch ready for tomorrow, just to have some fresh stuff in there. You know what I mean? But not to mention, I forgot to say, everything in our store is exclusive to our store. Like most of the people that come in there, they can't go get this from the other brands. If you do, it's probably gonna be more expensive. Like me, I sell my shirts for $20 in store just because I want not all my shirts, but just my brand color shirts. But I want people to come in, you know what I'm saying, and see all that there is to see. So if that means I gotta take $10 off my shirt for you to come in, at least I know you're gonna pull up and buy it. If not, if you want to spend that extra $10, that's on you. But I'm damn near giving you gas money to come shop. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, there you
really?
go.
Like, yeah, I'm putting 10 in your tank, bro. Just come buy this shirt. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro, it's crazy. And my girl's son, right? Just to piggyback real quick of what we talking about, how we are motivating these kids. So I told him, like, he was like, oh yeah, I want to get my clothes in the store. I was like, bro, I got no problem with that. You know what I mean? Like, just the fact that he has that option. You know what I'm saying? So I said, but
Resources.
what you got to do is you got to come up with a name for it. You got to come up with a backstory and then I can help you fine tune the logo. I want you to still try because it means more when you tell people like, yeah, I made that logo and this is my story. I didn't have nobody help me. I did it myself. You know what I'm saying? So here he is 2 weeks later after I tell him that, text me one day, hey, Rodney, I got a name for my brand. I'm like, okay, holla at me. What is it? Oh, it's called Get Fly. Okay, well, and he's like, and I got a backstory too. He juiced. You could tell, you know what I mean? I said, this kid, 11 years old, he talking about how he got a backstory? I'm like, yeah, what's your backstory? He's like, yeah, up until a couple years ago, I was struggling, I couldn't have everything that I wanted. And now I do, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like staying down for the come up and letting people know your time will come. I said, I like that, bro, because I can resonate. I can resonate with that. You know what I'm saying? So just that alone was like, look, already, and we haven't even put it out there to the masses, but you can see the effect that it has on the youth because they're sponges. They soak up what they see. You know what I'm saying?
All day
so
long.
As they're sitting there listening and watching you go through the processes and see you be successful, they're like, can you help me do that?
Never
You
know
know
who
what I'm
watching.
saying? And that's what it is. That's what it's about. And then as they start getting better, or as they start getting their clothing brand off the ground, now we're going to teach you how to manage your money with this clothing brand. You feel me? And that's where the financial literacy part comes in, because we know the do's and don'ts of what we did and what you're not going to do, because we're not going to take you down that same path. You know what I'm saying? So it all comes full circle, bro. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just a matter of time. It's just, we got to be patient for the time to come, but it's going to come. I tell you that.
Yep. I believe it will for you, brothers. Now, y'all tell me, tell everybody, because like I said, my audience is from, all parts of the country. And like I said before we started, I'm from Sacramento, California. These brothers is repping my city, and they're creating some Black businesses and opportunities in my city. And be inspired. If you in Nebraska, if you in Atlanta, if you in New York, and you got some friends who got clothing lines, take this idea.
Hey, bro, I do. We have helped build brands all in a whole bunch of states already, bro. Already did merch for some churches out of state, logos for people, helped them do their brands. Man, we really reaching the people. That's our goal. Like, so we done reach all over, bro.
We want to implement this same idea in different states, and then create an opportunity to where now I'm picking my best 5 clothing brands out of this store in California, and now I take them to Atlanta, and then now we're looking for Atlanta brands, people who are doing their thing out there. You know what I'm saying? To come parlay with us and follow the trend. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be bigger than just Sacramento. It starts with us. We made it for us, but it starts with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta walk the walk, and that's pretty much what we're doing. We just want people to know that it don't stop here, and it doesn't have to be just Sacramento brands in the store. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just the basis of what we know. You know what I mean? We only know our city in a sense. So until other people come to us, it's more so like, well, shoot, we gonna make sure people that know nothing about Sacramento know they need to stop at the CliqueUp Pop Up on Florin and go see what Sacramento brands is in there. And that alone is gonna bring so much traffic just to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. That's dope. Now tell everybody, you guys, where is the store actually located?
It is on Florin Road, right before you Florin and Franklin, right before the Carl's Jr. in the Wells Space Health Center. Right there is it's a renter center. It's a Wells Fargo ATM right across the street from McDonald's. Right there,
4241 Florin Road.
Yep, Florin Road, man. And our Instagram is the CliqueUp CliqueUp pop up. Excuse me.
Definitely. I appreciate you brothers being on the show, man. Like I said, we're gonna stay connected. I'm praying y'all just keep going. I can see the energy, you know what I mean? Y'all at the beginning of something. And sometimes when you breaking ground on something that ain't really been done before, or there isn't too many blueprints, you got to take all the lumps, but it could be worth it in the end. You know what I mean? So again, I appreciate you brothers being on the show. Everybody in Sacramento, stand up. Please connect with these brothers. Let's go to these pop-up shops. Let's buy everything we can. We spend enough damn money with Gucci and Louis, and I spend
and they
money
don't
with
even
my
like
people.
us.
They don't even like us, and we know
they don't want us
so what
to
do we
wear their
do?
clothes, but yet we feel like us as black people, that's how we get their respect.
Yeah, and that's we need to change that narrative, just like we were saying earlier. So I appreciate you brothers being on the show. Please like the show, subscribe to the Melanated Convo podcast on YouTube. The show is available on all the digital platforms. The digital numbers have been going up lately. I appreciate you guys. That's Overcast, Facebook Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. The show's everywhere. Please keep rocking with your boy. This is Harrison, man. The Melanated Convo podcast. I thank these brothers for joining me today.
Thank you for having us, brother.
Hey, thanks
Yes,
for having
sir.